Yeah, flightz. Yeah, and then we talk about baptized, million people already getting paid. And if you following the sign, best believe you niggas living in a maze. And then we talk about the moves, switch moves, got you caught up in a phase. And if you talking about the earth, motherfucker, yeah, we living in a wave. Air flightz, wave, you know. Air flightz, wave, show. Air flightz, wave, you know. Air flightz, wave, show. Air flightz, wave, you know. Air flightz, wave, show. Air flightz, wave, you know. Air flightz, wave.
Anyway, so my question is, bro, basically the situation is on like last year. I had somebody kind of speak to me, man, kind of crazy, like, and it's like real derogatory way, man, like a family member.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, at the time, I ain't say nothing, you know. I just kind of let it slide. My mind was like other places at the time, so I ain't even say nothing. I just let it slide. So long story short, later on, like last year, like the end of last year, man, I kind of, you know, kind of started to reflect on it, you know. And when I reflected on it, I kind of got mad, man, kind of like this uncontrollable, like a little bit of uncontrollable anger. Like if you met this person, bro, like she crazy as hell. So long story short, you know, I kind of felt this uncontrollable anger. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna send this text, you know, telling this person how I feel and everything. And when I got ready to do it, I kind of started to feel this dark energy. Like it's kind of like maybe it was like a little bit of anxiety, but it was kind of more like dark energy. But long story short, I still went ahead and just sent the text.
Damn.
Yeah, saying exactly how I feel. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
I was about to say that would have been the time not to do it, because what you was fighting is the energy that they was gonna reap with their soul, but you added to the energy, so now you're gonna get a piece of that also. But now finish going though. Finish going though.
Yeah, you know, I felt it like the energy just like, you know what I'm saying, before I even sent the text. So long story short, I sent the text. I had to get it off my chest. You feel me? I had to say what I had to say. Like, period point. Like I had to get it off my chest. So that helped the anger. Like 90% of the anger went away. But long story short, so I was good for like a week or two. But long story short, I'll say about a few days ago, you know, I kind of started to feel like that, you know, that dark energy again, like, because I know this person like a real life demon, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
It's a demon, you know what I'm saying? But long story short, kind of started to feel that dark energy again. So, yeah, man, it kind of felt like my chest, you know what I'm saying, was getting a little tight. Just, you know, I kind of, you know, it's hard to kind of get this person on my mind, you know, kind of doing stuff like that. So,
you feel like you're getting to that point where you're about to do that same thing again?
Like, go off on her?
Yeah.
No, I'm kind of past that. I just kind of want to like get this person on my mind. And sometimes I have like these mental pictures, like just of this person. I'm trying to get this person on my mind. It's just like I'm struggling. Like,
oh, they still on your mind too? Okay, so it's still some substance reminiscent then, because anytime somebody on your mind heavy, you on their mind too. So what's going on right now is a battle in the heavens and things of that nature. So you got to be careful with energy you participate with. When you get those strong urges of wanting to go ahead and prove something to someone, especially on that negative end, that force that you're fighting, if you leave that force alone, you don't add no other energy to it, because that's what that energy is. It's whatever that person is adding to it. And both of y'all are adding to that world where y'all kind of play out in the third dimension. That's animosity and shit like that. But in the fourth, fifth, and sixth dimension, when y'all on y'all own, y'all thoughts and feelings is still existing. That's clouds. And if they're heavily on your mind, you're on their mind too. So now it becomes who's spiritually stronger. And that's when it comes to that actual fight where you actually see the shadow priest. You actually see the things we're supposed to be separating from on a day-to-day basis. The shit that force us to desire something. And when we get into anger or something that puts us in that position of wish we shoulda, coulda, woulda, but we didn't, man, that'll force it real quick to be like, we'll be fighting with that energy. That if that be that energy, if we just leave it alone, something else gonna play out in this person's life where they reap what they sow, that they had something to do with you, but you didn't add on to that energy for you to experience any portion of it. See what I'm saying? So you would still be at the front of the movie theater and shit like that, still being able to witness them be flunked out without you having a portion of that flunk down also. So the best thing you can do right now is fight those urges. The more you fight that ability to not allow those to make you do something, make that external energies to make you do something, that's you allowing that accumulation to go somewhere else without you adding to it. And it got to go to the sender. So it's almost like you returning it to sender in the esoteric world, because it's like a masculine energy that you send back because you didn't add no energy on it. You didn't take it and add your own terms and conditions. Boom. All that is going to end up being a her reaping what she sowed. Now, it might not be the day you want it. It might not be the week you sold. Don't even sit around and have expectations, because that's a low key, sneaky version of still adding to the energy, though, because you sitting somewhere expecting. Let it go, like. But not forget, but forgive, not specifically her, that energy itself, aka forgive yourself from reacting and responding from that, to know that that energy ain't got no power over you. And then that's how you let it go, where you can not forget, but you forgive yourself without reacting or responding to that energy. It's going to accumulate as a big ball that got to go somewhere. And if she's still adding more thoughts and feelings and negative than you, because you spending more time in your spiritual natures, she add more percentage level and she becomes the sender. So it return back to sender, and she'll get hit, and it might be a situation where she might even need you or some shit like that. You'd be like, damn, make this bot a bitch, and turn around and she need me now, and then damn, dude, what do I do now? Do I go ahead and completely let go, or do I go ahead and throw some little rocks here and there, but still help? Yeah, it might be like that. It get deep when you get into the real spiritual walk after a few months pass.
Okay. Yeah, so at this point, you said to forgive myself and kind of just like let it go at this point.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to just feel like, I just feel like the energy, you know what I'm saying? Like this little light energy, and it kind of accumulate.
That's how strong it is. God testing you. So the more you feel like you got to participate, even if you don't participate, the more seconds, minutes, and hours you put in it. That's the uphill battle. And the harder it is, the more you try to fight, that's the more God at least see you trying. It's not easy. I'm saying it might be a whole 24 hours that go to that person and shit like that. But every second that you even try to be like, fuck that. Let me just do this right now. That's God seeing you try. And eventually it become better and better, more seconds, more minutes, and you'll allow that energy to withstand and go back to the sender. Real shit.
Great, because I know like before I asked you a question, you was like, I asked you how to get my mind off of people, you know what I'm saying? Because there's people I don't want to think about like no more. You just say you just got to get your mind off of it. So I'm like,
and you could do some practices, because there's things we could actually do, like fulfill our spaces with shit, so we could create like a hobby or create like a talent. So every time we know that negative energy starting to pop back up, we start to do that thing in that time and space, and that'll fulfill us doing that and take us away from doing that. So then every now and then that'll trickle in. But if you're doing something creative enough, you'll be able to add that to the creativity and make it more inspirational as a transmutation of energy and shit like that. And then therefore it'll be something that you kind of like doing. Then it'll be a thought that don't be a negative thought anymore. It'll actually be a thought of inspiration anytime you start to practice that other thing you was doing in that time to fulfill that space. Real shit.
So basically like distract. Try your best to distract.
If you got something creative to distracted towards. For an example, if after a while, let's say a person pissed me off, and after a while, I like to do music. If I want to stop thinking about that person, I just fulfill that time with doing music. But eventually, I stop making that person frustrate me, because I use something that happened within that event in my song. Then I start God to give me other messages like, hey, this adding to the creativity. Then like one song will turn into 2-3 songs, and before I know it, it'll be a thought I actually like going to spark some imagination and shit like that. Then before I know it, I done transmuted that energy into something positive and productive.
Okay.
So even if it ain't music, whatever, drawing or however the case may be, add that energy to it whenever it start to bubble in and distract you from what you're trying to replace that time that you was thinking that flunked out shit with. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to I'm gonna replay and everything, so I can get exact, example of what you were saying, and but I'm gonna let everybody else get on, man. But it's good to talk with you, bro. Much love, man.